Ministers, Honourable Leader of the Opposition and Honourable Members of Parliament for their contributions on the bill so far. And also those at the Ministry of Economy for compiling the budget estimates and the budget, and also the people who had participated in the budget consultations around the country in our area. The background of this budget is very, very important, Honourable Speaker, to understand that all economies in the world are on a recovery path post-COVID and now have to deal with the global hike of the global inflation, and has affected the economic growth at recovery stage to move beyond the pandemic. No doubt, the Fijian economy had contracted in the last, Honourable Speaker, the last two budgets has seen policies directed to assist our economic recovery path, leaders in a crisis, and to see how to recover from it. Economic, from her perspective as a businesswoman, and its deliberation this morning. And you might recall, Honourable Speaker, I was the only opposition member voicing the support for the Fiji Airways guarantee motion in last March, subject to public criticism as to why keep our national carrier when our borders were closed. My reasons then were very simple, that we needed to keep our planes. The sector has recorded 205 economic recovery, that we've made a great rebound as a nation. To support the recovery and enhance prospects for diversification, continued emphasis on macro structural reforms was needed. As you will recall, I had participated in the Parliament Standing Committee public consultation to pass the amendments to the Investment Act 2022 to enable more investment mission to Fiji recommendation, which was taken on board. The Investment Act amendment was aimed to support the recovery and enhance prospect for diversification, especially the national budget focus on agro-tourism, and also now the introduction of the industry through the amendments of the Act to allow the to hemp, where seeds will be coming from Canada. We thank the recent ANZ CEO announcement to assist the vertical partnership to assist local business ventures into the lucrative market. This will also to be leased and also be part of the farming cluster as part of the suppliers of raw. Budget is the availability of strong policies response to. And in that regard, I would like to acknowledge the and Bua and the Honourable, which is especially in the buying of the household local people in Vinaka who are selling sasalu. In any budget to show our response to post-COVID, which included social welfare support, water and electricity subsidies, which is very important. Also a very important one too, in the budget last year, it allowed the removal of consent that was through TLTB and the fees that allowed money, and this is very important for the alleviation of poverty in our country. And also those who are in excess of GP fees, PSV driver's license, and a 10% reduction in household disposable incomes. Parents, police clearance fees, which is very important to assist, which has assisted people, especially in finding a of revenue for our country. I think this has empowered many too in the rural communities who are going in groups. We help those in the rural community, out-based also other groups in the communities who are into this. So these are many opportunities available through the budget that will assist our people in bringing more money in. It's currently sitting at 3.6 billion as of July this year. This has assisted in the levels for low interest rate, which is given the rates that are maintained, given our liquidity levels have been maintained. The bonus in supporting development in terms of home and land buying and opening up investment opportunities. For example, it's great to see the $9 million allocation for the first home buyers grant program and the 500,000 for the first land grant program. Not only does it assist people who own properties for the first time, for example, landowners partnership with it has benefited, and I thank the Honourable Attorney General for that land breaking ceremony, and also development that has created more employment for contractors who are involved in that development, and more investment for landowners. These are some areas in the budget on how it affects and empowers indigenous. This has been a area which passive land providers receiving lease, but also to become developers, owning development lease. This empowers them into the business sector. This is something that is very important. In addition, TLB awareness program for identify potentials in their lands, on what they can do on housing developments, query and role the landowners in terms of lease monies to cater for their traditional obligations like funerals, especially in villages. Aspects of the budget that I will touch, which needs to be given due recognition. The benefits will for the other benefits through land use, especially for rural farmers, for the 7 rice farming. And I would like also to inform the House that units are benefited through government programs and benefited a lot in the rural areas in terms of seedlings, dalo, Angona suckers, and livestock breeds. These we have lens to move into change. Furthermore, climate change is also catered. At the same time, it allows initiatives to put in place which accelerate and access our
was the opposition stand. We are here to criticize the budget.
Budget, and this is one of our roles as members of parliament. We give our change will help and assist landowners. There's a lot of conservation and the registration of their carbon sinks, and also how will they benefit. Roads, planting of from that Roads to Reef project in our aim for that 50 million trees, and I think and planting. These are some of the benefits of climate change. Infrastructure development contracts. Before they used to be subcontractors to fair deal, but now they have directly. And a special thank and also the announcement of the Langi to Tawake Road, closer to where we are in Dongotuki, and from Tawake to Wainika. This is an area which has been connected only by the sea. But these are some of the things that are benefiting, like Higgins, Flame Trees, Gold Rock, Fair Deal, Basic Industries like Fijian Holdings Limited, the Kashmir Civil Construction, Bula government. These companies provide employment for many Fijians who are truck drivers, machine operators, laborers, dynamite rock explosive specialists who support their family and communities. On the other hand, the RFRA contractors assist landowners who consent to lease separate $10 per cubic by the Matangali for their development and investment. These are existing homes, build farm roads, move into commercial farming, bought vehicles, and plus the other campaign materials that are going around, which are trying to portray current policies and initiatives as not benefiting the Itoke, and trying to politicize indigenous economic imbalances and disadvantage. I have just outlined how common policies has empowered indigenous people of this country. In conclusion, Mr. Speaker, as a patriotic Fijian and a national leader, we must ensure stability of our nation and the full fit recovery of our economy. Our economy is regrowing under our recovery path. Our national agenda is to guard our fragile economic recovery process. Supply and inflation, the trickle-down effect of the war in Ukraine on the increase of international food prices and fuel, and also effects of climate change, given our vulnerability to cyclones and floodings. The 2022-2023 budget is prepared as the economy is regaining strength post-COVID through the tourism numbers that are coming in from January to June this year, 2022, which is maintain policy consistency, given more spaces for more economic activities to business who operate, and in return, government earns through revenue from personal and income tax. Infrastructure projects and delivery or other services in the public and private partnership, and other innovative arrangements. For example, the ESPN Medical Public Partnership, by choosing hospital services as we move into medical tourism industry, with the recent FNPF buying of shares of Fiji Airways to capture the travel component of tourism that is at its fleet of its hotels that are part of the FNPF members' investment. I think that is very important, and that will be more returns to our individual FNPF accounts. In view of those factors, survival of our economy is priority. Therefore, the 2022-2023 budget maintains a strong support the motion that is before the House for Fiji